And what's that I hear? Explosions, fireballs. Ah, a wizard! Our young Timmy was learning to identify his prey by sound. Magnificent! The hunt is on, and it appears he's truly got the jump on this one. Our Timmy begins with the same ambitions and apprehensions as every young Timmy does. Sure, he had knowledge of other similar worlds, but what new challenges could this world bring? He did not know. He had dreams of hunting other players, but knew he'd first need to learn to survive the environment. Despite his past experience in similar worlds, nothing could prepare him for the pain that was to come. Regrettably, our dear Timmy did not have the foresight to record these very first days. Rest assured, though, it looked something like this. Truly a disappointing performance. It's a wonder this Timmy came out the other side at all. He came out of this early experience still unsure of his place in dark and darker. The Timmy was absolutely certain of one thing, though. He will not go to Frost Mountain any longer, for it is a silly place. He did also discover one other thing. He wanted to be a wolf. Why, you may ask? Well, because it looks cool. But of course, it was a good while that he tried and failed, gradually getting a feel for things while trying various classes in the process. None felt quite right, however. Something was missing. Then, suddenly, like a bolt of lightning, it struck him. The long overlooked barbarian, at the surface lacking any of the depth and intrigue he was looking for, had something hidden away. This something scratched an itch that he didn't even know he had. It spoke to him on a primal, nay, a spiritual level. Smashing things.
Oh yeah!
Our story is nearly ready to truly begin. But first, this Timmy needs to gain his confidence, doesn't he? Fortunately, one day, while smashing things, as he has become oh so accustomed to doing, an opportunity presents itself. This is what you've practiced for. Good dodge. And another. Perhaps better positioning is required. Now, you can properly move around to make short work of this foe. It's just repetition from here. You've got this. And down he goes. To the victor go the spoils. With this victory, he feels emboldened. Up until now, he has only skulked through the shadows, attempting to evade each who would come for his life. He's become so adept at survival, in fact, reaching a reasonable level in the process, that some at this point would probably call him a rat. Nevertheless, his true dream lies elsewhere, not in hoarding experience or precious goods. Now, though, he has developed confidence in his knowledge of this environment, and he is truly ready to seek out a fight. It didn't take long to find someone, as he has chosen a favored hunting ground that is rife with all manner of violent creatures, and he is about to become one of them. What's this he hears? His first victim, and what's more, fighting a familiar foe. The conditions could not be more perfect. It is finally time to stop running like prey and become the predator. Wait for it. Just a little longer. Now! Dodge the goblin. Dodge the centipede? Yes, perfect. Now, on to your prey. A slippery one he is. A wild swing. Another miss. What is this alchemy? How embarrassing. Vanquished by none other than a cloud of smoke. The Timmy's morale could not be lower than it is at this very moment. Perhaps rogues are a bit of a problem for me. They're too fast and too tricky, he thought to himself. He continued to ponder this while he went back to his favorite activity, smashing things. It didn't take long before he found yet another opportunity to hunt. The last time was a fluke. This time will certainly go differently, he thought. And what's that I hear? Explosions, fireballs. Ah, a wizard! Our young Timmy was learning to identify his prey by sound. Magnificent! The hunt is on, and it appears he's truly got the jump on this one. The axe strikes true, and with one more swing, down goes the wizard. What was that sound, though? Another behind that door over there? Ah, a cleric, perhaps, he thinks to himself. Better to pull back and see how he handles these skeletons. Not a cleric, a druid! Well, this is a surprise indeed. Two very clean hits. Impressive. Still, the druid stands, and our dear Timmy is not looking too well. I can bandage up faster than he can meditate. Time is on my side, he thinks to himself. The druid has other plans, though. He knows better than to allow a barbarian to return to full strength. Back into action, Timmy. Swing hard and true. Absolute robbery! Timmy's love of smashing things betrays him. Or perhaps it's revenge on behalf of wooden boxes everywhere. Regardless, the killing blow is robbed from our poor Timmy. Can he still pull through? No, he cannot. His final thoughts as he falls to the ground had to have been, I was a fool to think I could outrun a panther. Poor Timmy, so close, but still so far to go. Timmy's next hunt comes right to him. Some would say they found each other by accident, in fact, but for our Timmy, any hunt will do. He wastes no time engaging. His thrill to finally fight a fellow barbarian can't be contained. There's just one problem, though. This barbarian doesn't seem to want a fight. Perhaps this is the dance of barbarians, he thinks, as suddenly she shouts and turns to charge. he opts to run away as she previously did, completing their dance. She shows a strange gesture next. Timmy had heard of such gestures in the past while listening to stories from the great barbarian Dimmo, but Timmy had no interest in ending this hunt. The chase continues. This is truly a strange kind of barbarian, completely averse to combat, Timmy thought to himself. Our Timmy's fear of the falling axes is palpable. They even both enjoy smashing things. In a different world, these two could be good friends. Surely she will choose to fight me here, right? He thought to himself. This is a perfect arena. Nope. Back through the falling axes it is. This is becoming tiresome for our poor Timmy, but it isn't hunting if it's easy, right? Be careful of those traps, Timmy. Finally, the fight is on. With one good dodge and a couple shallow hits to the body, down she goes. She must have been exhausted from all that running. Finally, Timmy gets some true spoils for his efforts. They are marginal, but nevertheless, they are his. And that is all that matters. It was beginning to look like nothing of significant value could be found. But then, a solid ring, well worth the effort. Think fast, Timmy. The cave-in is imminent, and you don't have much time. Timmy's experience in other similar worlds is either paying off or making him greedy. He's determined to truly get the most from his quarry. Hopefully, that doesn't turn out to be a fatal mistake. With a full pack of loot, Timmy finally decides to escape this dungeon. Luckily, an exit is nearby. And thus concludes the first chapter of our story. I very much hope you've enjoyed Timmy's adventures thus far. Thank you all for watching. On the next chapter, we'll see Timmy risk it all as he finally decides to buy some proper equipment. Tune in to see what happens.